Tacked back after they've been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 35 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. On first down, Rodgers. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
Well, the goal is to get back into this game. The offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Charger drive about to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. In motion, the tight end. Herbert operating from the red zone. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he will be brought down, but a first and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Running on first down, Eckler. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's third and goal now back at the 11. Herbert, quick pass out wide. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. You and I talk a lot about these special teams and how important those can be. That comes into play here. The defense, not very alert.
And this is something you work on all the time as a defender. Always saying, alert, be ready for the fake. But sometimes you fall asleep anyway.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan from 13 yards out. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They run once more with Dillon. And he's got some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 33 and a first. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that gets him back within 10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. First down, and they stick with Eckler. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. On On second down, Eckler. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Herbert on third down now. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
They'll run for it with Eckler. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call. Back to throw here, Herbert. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Second down and goal. Herbert. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. This is caught. Touchdown. Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, a quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down. option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Herbert. That one caught by Carter. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. On the option, here's Eckler. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Eckler going to get it again on second down. They find some open field here. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
They're going to try and run.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Up the middle, Jones. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. He's got room at the 30. And he's taken down inside the 30. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll go again to Jones. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 102 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers hitting Alan Lazard. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
It doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time or maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
23 yards, the final tally.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Cleveland. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Get set. Put the boy down. He's coming.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
You know when I could tell this was going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Chubb running right. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A give running right is Chubb. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 39. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And room there to work it inside the 25. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try the air now with Watson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They have things going their way.
Room here to run. Touchdown, Packers!
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. In the first drive, they were moving the ball okay. Then the interception. Now time to regroup after giving up the score.
Yeah, I noticed him on the sidelines talking with one of his coaches.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. But hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Chubb. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now Cade York for the extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 130 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, 44 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cleveland offense ready to go. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And again, it's Chubb. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play that time out of Chubb. 46 yards on the ground. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Quick slant to Watson. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 53 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And Chubb will try the middle here. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Got a man here, it's Bryant. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll give it to Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll try again with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. The extra point by York is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Green Bay.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Rodgers completes it again to Dobbs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And Watson has it right side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Was that a design pass or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Well, they show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 160 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what your hope is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown. Romeo Doubs, 58 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Packers 31, Browns 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 34. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Watson off play action. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth and goal. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Over here.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. 210 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here's Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Watson to throw. Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.